The last meaning of sacar is to publish or to release. This is so different than the main meaning of sacar, or the more common meaning of sacar, which is take out, to take out. Sacar sometimes can mean to publish or to release. And this is specifically if you're talking about music or books. Okay? Music and books. To publish a book or to release a new album or something like that. For example, la banda sacará un nuevo álbum el próximo año. La banda sacará un nuevo álbum el próximo año. And this means the band will release a new album next year. Interesting. Interesting. Did you know this meaning of sacar? This is very interesting. La banda means the band, okay? Sacará, it's plural, not plural, sorry, future tense. Will release, okay? Sacará will release you can say un nuevo álbum or un álbum nuevo, okay? So this adjective is very flexible in this situation. Un nuevo álbum or un álbum nuevo. I mean, if this is better for you, because you know that in Spanish you have the noun and then the adjective, which in English you have the opposite. You have the adjective and then the noun. So sometimes in Spanish you can have adjectives before nouns, but it doesn't work all the time. So if you just want to keep it consistent so you don't get confused, you can say un álbum nuevo. That works. Or un nuevo álbum, okay? That works as well. Un álbum nuevo. Album means album, okay? Nuevo, new. Un, a, okay? This phrase right here, el próximo año means next year. El próximo año. Próximo means next. In some situations, in this situation means next. I believe also, I think próximo. Yeah, próximo can be also feminine. Próxima, plural as well. Próximos, próximas. And that is okay in Spanish. It happens. There's different forms of this word. Próximo means next. Close as well, when it's close to you, something close to you. In some situations you can say próximo, or when something is near, okay? Something is near. But it's mostly used as next. Próximo, next, okay? Next year. Año means year. You can also say semana, but that will change a little bit more. For example, if you want to say next week, you can say la próxima. Remember, semana is feminine. La próxima semana. Okay? La próxima semana. The only thing you cannot say is el próximo día, the next day. You cannot say that in Spanish. You say el día, well, depends. La banda sacará un álbum la próxima semana. For example, if it's next day, next day. You can say it tomorrow, mañana. Okay, that's more common. In Spanish, next day is used when you're talking about situation. You know, next day something happened, and that is different. You say al día siguiente. So I'm just gonna put it here, but it doesn't work with this example. Al día siguiente. Okay, you don't use próximo for that. Al día siguiente means next day. But if it's next day, if we're talking about an album release, then you can say mañana if it's tomorrow. Okay, that means tomorrow. Or you can say la próxima semana, which means next week. Or the way it was at the beginning, el próximo año. Okay, año, year. Next year, el próximo año. Excellent. Don't forget el, the definite article el, when saying next year. El próximo año. You don't say just próximo año. No, you need to say el próximo año. Okay, just remember that. That's important. Lastly, guys, we have one last example, and that's going to be it. El escritor sacó un nuevo libro acerca de su vida. El escritor sacó un nuevo libro, or un libro nuevo. You can say either one. Similar case as this one. Acerca de su vida. This means the writer released a new book about his life. So past tense, we have sacará here. Sacará, remember, sacará. Future tense, sacó, present tense, past tense. It already happened. El escritor means the writer. Okay. Sacó, sacó. Released. A nuevo, new libro, book. You can also say un libro nuevo. That's correct. Sometimes Spanish is flexible. Un libro nuevo. And that's also correct. Or un nuevo libro. Also correct in this peculiar situation. Acerca, about. Acerca means about. When you say acerca de, it's another helpful phrase. If you're gonna say, it's very often that you will have acerca de, and that means also about. And obviously you have to add more to that phrase. In this situation, su vida. Su means his. Vida means life. Okay? El escritor sacó un libro nuevo acerca de su vida. The writer released a new book about his life. Okay? So, very interesting. We're saying his because we're using el escritor. Okay? El. You can say la escritora. And that is feminine. And it means the writer, feminine. And this would change to her. Okay? Her life.